The parts inside this used $300 gaming PC were not chosen by me. You guys actually helped me find these deals during a Twitch live stream, twitch.tv/ZachsTechTurf, by the way. So today we're gonna see how well you guys did and then absolutely hammer this with some benchmarks. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf. Today I'm going to be showing you what's all inside this used $300 gaming PC. I'll list out some alternative parts for you to use because I don't agree with some of these choices. And then of course we're going to benchmark it, and I'm just letting you guys know now I caught some serious fire during this benchmarking run. But before that though, a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by ASRock, and specifically their new Z490 Extreme 4 motherboard. The Extreme 4 is not just the model ASRock sent me, but it's the one that I hand selected because I've purchased and used Extreme 4 motherboards in the past and I certainly trust them. This new Z490 model packs a punch, supporting not only Intel's newest 10th gen processors. The Extreme 4 also contains a blazing fast PCIe 4.0 M.2 socket, DDR4 RAM up to 4266 MHz, a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port, 2 PCIe 3.0 X-Teen slots for AMD's Crossfire X, Polychrome Sync RGB, and even a heat dissipating PCB technology. Links to the ASRock Z490 Extreme 4 and all their other baller products are linked down in the description. Alright, so starting straight at the top of the parts list, we have the CPU, and this is actually the Ryzen 5 1500X, which we found used over on AliExpress for just $71. For this low of a price tag, you're getting a 4-core and 8-threaded first-gen Ryzen processor that's rocking a base clock of 3.5 GHz and a max boost clock of up to 3.7 GHz. Now, you don't actually need to buy this over on AliExpress. During that Twitch live stream, I'm pretty sure that we found that some were being posted over on eBay for just a couple of dollars more, but for this build specifically, we were really trying to stick to our strict budget, so that's why we bought it over there. Next up, we have the motherboard, and this is one of the deals that I actually found for myself. This is the Gigabyte A320M S2H, and this was actually stole over on Amazon Warehouse for just $40. I've definitely been sniping some deals over on Amazon Warehouse lately. By the way, links for everything are down in the description. Sometimes you can find AM4 motherboards like this for super cheap price tags, which allow you to get onto the AM4 platform at a very low price. This A320 doesn't have overclocking support, obviously. It only has 2 RAM sticks, and it isn't rocking any bells and whistles, but when you're on a super strict budget like $300, these types of motherboards allow you to spend the majority of your money on important performance parts such as the CPU and the GPU. Speaking of which, this GPU is a deal that I didn't need help from you guys. This is a Gigabyte GTX 1060 3GB model, and I actually swooped this up over on a local deal for just $50. $50 is a little on the low end for GTX 1060 3GB, but at the time of making this video, I am seeing some on eBay for just a little bit more money, so this isn't a completely unrealistic deal in my opinion. The 1060 will certainly allow us to crush some 1080p gameplay, including any AAA title that we throw at it, and it'll certainly pair well in terms of balance with our Ryzen 5 1500X. Next up, we have the RAM, and now here's where the build didn't go so well. I originally bought this Patriot 2x8GB kit clocked at 3000 MHz for $40 on eBay, but after some testing, I realized that one of these RAM sticks were actually bad. No need to worry about that though. I obviously have a ton of extra RAM kits down here in my studio, and I thought it was only fair to throw in a similarly spec Corsair Vengeance LPX kit, which is the same 2x8GB clocked at 3000 MHz. After that, we have the CPU cooler. This you will need to buy separately if you buy the 1500X from AliExpress because it doesn't come with one, and this is just the AMD stock Wraith Stealth cooler, which you can easily find on eBay for around $10. Moving down the parts list, we get to the PSU, and this is the EVGA 500-watt white W1, which we scooped up on an EVGA B-Stock midweek madness sale for only $25. These EVGA B-Stock sales have been insane lately. Every single Tuesday night Twitch live stream that I've been having, they've been posting a ton of power supply deals on there, and it's just so easy to pick up one for these used builds for like $25 or $30. Moving on, we have some storage options. The first one is the SSD, and this is a 250GB Samsung 850 EVO, which is actually a very nice SSD that I picked up locally for only $20. You certainly don't need an SSD from Samsung for a build like this. You can find any 120GB brand new option off Amazon pretty easily, but I definitely had to swipe up a deal like this when I saw it. I also had to swipe up this HDD deal. This is the 2TB HP 7200 RPM drive that I feature multiple times now, and this is unfortunately the last one that I picked up. You guys have probably heard this story already, but Demon Mitt over on our ZTT Discord server found these for $20 a pop over on eBay, so a lot of us scooped up as many as we could, and now this is unfortunately the last one, but this is a prime example of why you should be joining the ZTT Discord server to help save you some money. And finally, the last crucial part of this build is the case, and this is by far the choice that I've regretted you guys picking the most. This is the $30 brand new HEC GTX 210, which wasn't fun to build in to say the least. Don't get me wrong, I like that it only costs $30, but this case certainly doesn't provide good airflow, and this is nothing more than a cheap metal box that allows us to put all of our important parts inside of it. There's quite a few poor design choices here, such as how close the power supply gets to the 3.5-inch drive caddies. Make sure you install your HDD before the PSU, by the way. There's no holes at the bottom for your cables to route through, so you have to route them through the side, and there just isn't a ton of room to screw in things like fans inside this case. Speaking of which, these up here RGB fans are the only aesthetic only part on the list today. There's only room for two 120mm up here at the front, and the case did come with an all black 80mm for the exhaust. I'm not going to count this towards our final price list, as you guys know by now, because you certainly don't need them to achieve the same level of gaming performance, but they at least allow our $300 gaming PC to look somewhat decent from the front. With that being said, here's what our final parts list is looking like. Most of these parts you guys obviously came up with. Big thanks for help on that Twitch live stream, by the way. But now before we get into the benchmarks, I do want to quickly touch up on some alternative parts if you're thinking about rocking this build. The first one up is obviously swapping out this case. Now there's not a ton of options at that $30 price range, and my real recommendation would be to just spend more money and get a much better $40 or $50 case. But if you can't do that, then I would recommend something like the Matrix 30 or even the Cooler Master Masterbox Lite 3.1, which I think are a little bit better than this one. You also could swap out the storage combo that I have here for just a single 500GB SSD, so you don't have to deal with a spinning Rust drive. And then finally, if you can't scoop up a GTX 1060 around this price point, you really can go with anything from like an RX 560 to an RX 580, or even something like a GTX 960 or 970. And now finally, we have the best part of these build guide videos, the benchmarks obviously, and I do have two quick things to remind you guys. First, make sure you take a look at the upper left-hand corner of the screen so you can see both the temperatures and the utilizations for both the CPU and the GPU. And second, like I said in the beginning, I absolutely caught fire during these benchmarking runs, and don't tell me that I was killing the bots down in the comment section. The first game up was Fortnite, obviously, and here in 1080p Pro settings with a 144 FPS cap, just to try to eliminate some of that stuttering. We got a very impressive FPS average of 132, which did allow me to kill some noobs during this benchmarking match.
All right, guys, it's a little late here while I'm recording, but we're still gonna get some kills, okay? I promise. Let's go. I should have been able to kill that dude. There we go. Oh, I'm telling you, man, any time of the day, I got this. Even the snipes. This guy wants some too? Oh, please tell me you don't want some of this. Come on, just sit down. Oh boy, I see you. Oh, look at these guys. Here, I'll kill both of them for you. Here, look, I'll get this guy. Oh, you got him. Okay, I guess I gotta kill this guy. Yeah, sit down, both of you. Hello, sir. Oh, wait, this is definitely a bot here, right? Yeah, that has to be a bot. Okay, that was my first bot of the day.
Following that was Rainbow Six Siege, and using the built-in benchmarking tool, even though you're seeing some noob gameplay because I don't really play this one, here in 1080p and very high settings, we squeezed out 170 FPS. Following that was CSGO, and in 1080p Pro settings, which is essentially just low, as you guys probably already know, this $300 gaming PC cranked out a super high FPS average of 253.
Did somebody place an order for an op god? Your order is ready. I'm beginning to feel like an op god. Hello, sir. No scope. Hello. Sit down. And you can take a seat 2. And you can take a seat 3. Seriously, guys, please be seated. I'll let you have them. No? Okay. I'll take care of them. Hello. You sit down. Wow, we got a bunch. There's one. There's two. There's the third one. Just absolutely owning today. Sit down, please. This chicken. Oh my god, I missed the chicken. Oh my god. Got him. Hello. Sit down.
Getting into our tougher to run games, we have Far Cry New Dawn, and in 1080p and medium settings, using the benchmarking tool, I got 71 FPS. Borderlands 3 was up after that, and also in 1080p medium settings, using the benchmarking tool, I got a very impressive 68 FPS. This goes to show that the GTX 1060, even the 3GB model, can still pack a punch here in late 2020. After that was Gears 5, and in 1080p and medium settings, I got a very similar to the last two games 71 FPS average. Back for another easy to run title, we have Valorant. Been absolutely dominating in this game lately, and I've been declining esport team offers left and right, and in 1080p and medium settings, I got an FPS average of 185.
All right, guys, it's Valorant time, aka headshot time, aka I gotta reload, aka double kill time. Let's go. Triple kill time, actually. Hello. Sit down. It just doesn't matter that it's super late at night, man. I got this, okay? This is all day. See? They were running away from me there. That person wanted some too. God, they're just not smart. I'm telling you, man. I'm feeling on fire. Okay? I'm telling you. I'll take that. Double kill? Triple! Dude, I'm on fire, man. Sit down. Just please, everybody just sit down! Everybody! This is officially getting ridiculous. I mean, I can't miss right now. It's just, I'm trying to miss at this point. I just can't do it. I mean, look at the leaderboard. I'm just absolutely dominating it. Hello. Just sit down. Please, everybody just sit down. Easy kill right there. Oh, wow, I missed that. Won't miss twice, man. I don't ever miss twice in a row. Watch this. Sit down. I'm just calling them ahead of time at this point. Watch. It's just too easy, man. Hello. Thank you for the easy kill. 1 kill remaining. Let's go. I think here it is. Oh my God, I'm going to miss it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's go.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey followed after that. This one I've kept in my benchmarking run because it's incredibly demanding on the CPU as opposed to the GPU, and in 1080p and medium settings I got 1 FPS shy of my 60 FPS target mark. The brand new Horizon Zero Dawn followed. I have a dedicated benchmarking video with budget graphics cards on this one, by the way, and in 1080p and medium settings I got 59 FPS back-to-back times now. And for our last game in this 10 game benchmarking run, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and during a multiplayer match in 1080p and medium settings I got a pretty nice and smooth 96 FPS average, and that 1% low stayed up there very nicely.
All right, Call of Duty, last game of the... I'm just letting you know right now, I'm feeling dangerous. Just telling you right now, dangerous is the word. Sit down. Look at this dude. He doesn't know I'm feeling dangerous. I don't think these dudes got the memo. That guy didn't. I'm telling you, man. You could do this all day. They just have no chance. I just want 1 more kill. Oh, thank you.
And finally, for our normal 3D Mark Time Spy run, just so you guys have the ability to compare all of my build guides side by side, this $300 gaming PC cranked out a score of 3,809. For $300, I'm rocking a GPU with only 3 GB of VRAM. I'm honestly incredibly happy with how this one turned out. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section what you thought of it or what you would personally do to change it. Don't forget to head on over to our Discord server, which is linked down in the description. And finally, I hope you enjoyed this video.